Hey guys, welcome to the 2 a.m. pipe on a patio. It's been a couple days. So yesterday, me and the missus, we went out, did a little shopping. We hit a couple of antique stores. We were looking around and I scored me a nice little Dietz Little Wizard. Been looking for one of these and I finally got one for a great price. Screaming deal. Just went to a new antique store and just found a screaming deal. They had a couple of lanterns in there that were just screaming deals, but I just got the one and had a nice one in there, really nice one, but I just came out with a one, so I'll be back there because he had some good deals. Also got a really nice flask finally. I found he got a 10-ounce flask, nice West German metal, hammered metal flask. Oh, it's a beauty. That'll be making an appearance later. Didn't find any pipes. They had a couple pipes, and they were $8 each, but nothing special. And we had a beautiful meerschaum. God, it was gorgeous. Had 2 stems. Absolutely beautiful, but it was $225, and that's way out of my price range. And that's about $200 out of my price range. And then after we were done with that, my wife found a couple things she wanted. It was funny because we were in one place and this one thing she was looking for were these. She'd been looking for these things for a long time, and they're these crocks, and I don't know what they were for, but you see them all the time, and they're like from old farms, and they're thick crocks, and you can find them from small size to really big, huge crocks, and she calls them butter crocks. I don't know what they are, but we see them, and usually they've gone crazy. I guess she said Martha Stewart showed them on her show, and she used it for trash or something, and since then they've skyrocketed. People are asking $300 for them or something, for the bigger ones. And we were looking for just a little small one to put our cooking utensils in on the stove, because we have these 2 little small ones that don't match. One's metal and one's bamboo. And we have our wooden utensils, our wooden cooking spoons, and we have our, other stuff, and we wanted to just get it into one so we could get rid of one of those off the counter. So we were looking at these things, and they were selling them for ridiculous prices, up in the $100 for the little small, it's maybe 10 inches around, you know, and they wanted $90, $100 for them. So we went into this one antique store we usually go to in Salem after going to this other one. And they had all kinds of them in there. And we were looking at them, they were $39. And we're thinking, wow, those are a lot cheaper than the ones we were looking at. So we were thinking about getting one. And then my wife found one for $24. But it had some chips in it. So she's like, nah, I think we'll go with the $39 ones that don't have any chips. And then a little later, she found one she wanted to look at. Same color as the one that was $39. It was only $19. So she said, can you get that one down for me to look at? So I got it down. Perfect condition. No cracks, no chips, no nothing. $19, $19.99. Little bit thinner walled. Wasn't as thick a walled as the other one. Everything else the same. So we went with that one. So she brought that one home for $19.99. They were going for $90 in other places. So we were happy with that, and she was ecstatic. So we'll be able to put all our kitchen utensils into that one thing, get those two things off the kitchen. Make a little room on the kitchen, you know, counter. So it was a good day, So afterwards we had to stop at Lowe's to get some things to hang pictures. And pitchfork for pulling up weeds and a few other little things that we needed to get at Lowe's. So we get into Lowe's and we're doing our shopping. We get done, we're at the counter, and all of a sudden it sounds like just this torrential. It sounds like a hurricane coming through, man. The rain is just coming down, and the lady at the counter goes, what the heck is going on? She looks out the door, and the rain is just, you can't see the cars because the rain is coming down so hard. And so we get done, and we're parked about 4 spaces deep in the parking lot. It's not that far. So we get all done, and my wife says, well, what do you want to do? You want to go for it? And I said, yeah, it's just water. We'll just, just go. So we had about maybe 2 bags of a big Christmas decoration thing my wife bought in a box. The pitchfork thing and 2 other things that weren't in bags. So, like a bucket. A bunch of stuff was in the bucket. So maybe 6 things that I had to take out of the cart. So we get to the truck. She opens the doors for me and she jumps in the truck. So I'm unloading the car. I got soaked. I mean, this was like, it looked like hurricane rains. It was coming down so hard. I was wearing my overalls. I got soaked through my overalls to my shirt. My underwear was wet. I was completely just drenched when we got into the truck. My wife was laughing. She was taking video of me as I was getting in the truck, and I was just drenched. My hat was soaked. I was drenched. It was so coming down so freaking hard. And so by the time I was done, it was like Well, I'm just soaked up. I'm just gonna take the cart and put it back in the cart thing, because I'm so wet now it doesn't make any difference. So I went and walked over and put the cart back in the cart corral thing. I was just so wet it didn't matter. And she's just dying laughing. She's just laughing at me because she knew that she was soaked just getting in the truck. She knew that I'd been out there putting stuff in the car. And I'm just laughing and she's laughing. She's taking video of me and I'm just dying laughing. So I came home and had to change. Oh man. And it poured. I mean, it just poured. I'd never seen it rain like that here. And then it just went to more of just a normal rain. But golly, it was coming down. And then it just kind of rained for, a couple of hours like that. And then today it looked like it was going to rain this morning, and they said it was going to rain today. But off in that direction, it looks like it's going to rain. But out here, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too much like it's going to rain. But I don't know. We'll see. So I figured I'd come out here and do a quick video. And got my music room almost done. I got the stereo hooked up, half my records put away. It was nice sitting down there and cranked up the stereo, put on Jeff Beck and Jan Hammer live. That was good to hear again. And having a little trouble with one of my speakers. I think during the move it got one of the tweeters is giving me problems, so I'm gonna have to have that fixed. And they're old JBLs, so I gotta find a reliable repair place around here. Take that in and have it looked at. 'Cause that's gonna drive me nuts. That's gonna drive me nuts. I took the cover off and looked at it to see if it was just loose or something, but it appears to be something else. And then I put on some Lowe Folsom. Listen to that. I need to get a air purifier for down in the basement. And not so much for smoke, because I don't plan on smoking down in there, but I just need an air purifier for down there, because I get down in there and I start coughing and stuff from being down in the basement. And there's no the air conditioner doesn't run down in the basement, so I need something that's kind of going to work as a fan as well. So if you guys have any suggestions for me, I'd appreciate that. It's not too expensive. I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. I just want something that I can run down there. I have a dehumidifier that runs 24 hours a day down there. Because we have our laundry is connected to that. It's a separate room, but it's in the same basement. But so I run the dehumidifier all the time down there. It gets humid down there sometimes, especially when the washer's going. So I have a dehumidifier going 24 hours a day down there. And I've got those buckets of dehumidifier, whatever they're called, down there too, so probably need to replace those. I definitely need to get an air purifier down there. And a fan. I need a fan down there. It got warm down there. But anyway, so it was nice to crank some tunes down there, I'll tell you that. Now I got to get the guitar stuff done. I got to get the rest of the records put away. I got to get a good CD rack. When we moved, they lost one of my CD racks, so I don't have enough space for my CDs. So I got to find. What I'm planning on doing is using the CD rack I have for pipes, and then because it's a glass CD rack, so I will just use that for pipes and then get another CD rack that'll hold all of my CDs. Doesn't have to be a glass one, it can just be a case that I can put CDs on. If they even make those anymore, I don't even know if they still make CD racks. I'm sure I can find something that'll work. Probably Goodwill or something will probably have something I can use, but I do have a ton of CDs, so I mean, I got rid of probably 70% of my albums when I moved, so I don't have nearly as many albums as I used to have. So I gave most of my records to a friend of mine, the guy who sold our house for us. So. And gave him a couple stereo systems too, so for his kids and him. One for him and one for his son. Anyway, I will catch y'all later. Have a good day. Love y'all. God bless.